Are you ready? Are you strapped into your seats? Yes. I was an unemployed military wife. I had just graduated from college with a degree in art, a minor in mathematics, and an associate's degree in engineering. Yeah. But we were at Fort Polk, Louisiana. Has anyone been to Fort Polk, Louisiana? There's a reason that the people who live there call it Fort Puke. And I couldn't get a job. 5 years of college, and I couldn't get a job. Oh, wait, I got a job. Working in a pizza place. 5 years of college. Yeah, I was miserable. So one night I looked at my starter husband. Does anyone else have one of those? Mm-hmm. It's okay if you're still on yours. I looked at him and I thought, if he could be in the Army, why can't I? I decided I was going to join the Army, but I wanted the coolest job possible. Yeah, I had no idea what that was. So I went on to the base and I asked around and I researched it. I said, if you could do anything, what would you do? If you had to do it over, what would you do different? And finally I asked, what's the coolest job? And it was a helicopter pilot. I said, I'll do that. I didn't know it was hard. I didn't know they'd only let women into Army aviation 10 years before, and the Army, because they're so cautious, was only letting, there's a lot of risk. The Army was only letting women in one at a time, to see how it worked out. I didn't know any of that. I didn't know there weren't hardly any. I didn't know. I just knew that for the first time in a long time, something felt right. You in that place where things feel right? Isn't it a beautiful place to be at? Like, yeah. So I went out to the flight line to research it some more and talk to the pilots. And as I pulled my car off to the side of the dirty, dusty road, I got out of my car and walked down the ditch, through the knee-high grass, up the embankment to the chain link fence that protected the helicopters. And I poked my fingers through that hot gray metal. And I looked at the helicopters for the very first time. And I went, yeah, this is it. This is it. This is what I'm supposed to do. Had no idea how, but I had the vision. You know the vision? I saw myself out on that flight line, flying those helicopters in a flight suit that actually could still fit thanks to Spanx. I saw it. Here's the first thing. I didn't have to know the how to believe in the dream. I didn't have to know how it was going to happen to believe in what my career progression was going to be. You got to believe first. Your personal power of what you bring, of what your potential is. That book that you have, the P in the pilot method, is for your potential. Because if you don't believe in your potential, how can anyone else? It has to start with you. I call it the belief zone where I was then. The belief zone. It wasn't comfortable. But what do you get in your comfort zone? What you already got. Because it's where you've already been. Doing the same things you've already done. the belief zone, believing in something different, believing more of you. Kamsul earlier said,